What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl Easy A, okay? And in this video is basically an extension of the last VCU College Q&A that I just posted, and I'm gonna be talking about two things: that was awkward. Meal plan, and the whole thing about how you get into your major, how is it secure, whatnot, all that good stuff. So if you're ready to get this information.
I go deep in the night. I take anything but some pussy.
All right. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your homies. You already know the drill. And turn your post notifications so you know every single time I post. And we gonna get right into this video. All right, y'all. Let me start off with the meal plan. I'm going to put a little video right there. Okay. Dang, look how bright it's getting. I'll put a little video right there of what I'm talking about. So there's an app. It's the best way to explain it. There's an app, VCU Mobile. Get this app. Freshmen, get this app. Get this app. Get this app. Get this app. Yeah, get this app. Okay? When you click on the VCU Mobile app, as you can see on the screen, when you click on the VCU Mobile app, there's a bunch of these options. You click on dining. When you click on dining, it has all the campus restaurants and what is considered a swipe. Yeah, what's considered a swipe. When you pick your meal plan as a freshman, if you're in a freshman dorm and you're a freshman, you must have a meal plan. There's no way around it, okay? When you sign up for your meal plan, it will have an amount of swipes and an amount of dining dollars that you get. So my freshman year, first semester, I got 250 swipes and 150 dining dollars, I believe, okay? So 250 swipes means 250 meals. Swipe, swipe, swipe. And then $150 dining dollars is cash money. Dining dollars are tax-free money that you can use on any of the food restaurants on campus, okay? So basically, for example, if I wanted to go to the Pop Market, which is like our 7-Eleven in the student commons, and I wanted to get a milkshake, that's not going to be a swipe. I would have to use my dining dollars. So if the milkshake is $3.56, I'll give them my VCU ID. She'll swipe the card, and it will take out $3.56 from the $150 of dining dollars that I have, okay? And then I'll be down to 146 and some cents. You feel me? That's the dining dollars. Basically, you can use your dining dollars at any restaurant. You don't have to use your swipe if you don't want to. So when you click on the dining thing, it will show you all the restaurants in alphabetical order. So like if you want to go to Cane's, you'll go to Cane's, you'll scroll up till you see Cane's, and then you'll see that Cane's swipes every single day that they're open after 5 o'clock. So if you want to get a 3-piece combo, which is 3 chicken fingers and the bread and the fries with the drink, and you don't want to use your dining dollars, you want to use a swipe because you want to save your tax-free money for something that doesn't take swipes, then you will have to wait until 5 o'clock to swipe. So if you want Cane's before 5 o'clock, before they start swiping, then you will have to use your dining dollars. That's why people tend to wait until places start swiping. If you want to go to Pizza Hut swipes every single day, Monday through Saturday. So it doesn't matter what time you come, they're swiping. And it shows you here on the menu what is considered a swipe. So you can see a personal pan pizza and a drink is a swipe. Pasta and a drink is a swipe. For breakfast, their breakfast sandwiches and a drink is a swipe. So when you swipe once, you go from 250 to 249. You swipe again, 249 to 248. In one sitting, you can swipe twice. I think you can swipe up to 6 times in an hour. So you can swipe for your friends as well. But after 6 times, they put like a hold on it because I don't know why. Okay, y'all. So my camera cut off. So my phone cut off. So I'm using an iPhone now. This is ugly. Why do y'all be liking an iPhone? Like, this lighting, this looks like terrible quality, but we gonna go with it because I'm gonna finish this video. So as I was saying, yeah, I don't know why I put a hold on your account, but yeah, basically on the VCU thing, you could see like what is considered a swipe, and then whatever is not a swipe, you can use your dining dollars. When you go to your VCU account, you can keep track. You can see like how many swipes you have and how many dining dollars that you have, so that way you don't go over. The thing is that swipes and dining dollars do not roll over into the next semester. So if you have 50 swipes left over, that's however much money that costs is wasted because it's not going to roll over to the following semester. So that's why everyone tries to use their swipes and use all their dining dollars. You can change your meal plans. So like first semester I used a 250 swipes, 150 dining dollars. Second semester you can change it to a plan that is more than that if you found out that you were eating a lot and you need more than that, or you could change it to a plan that's way less than that because you find out that you're not even eating that much, so there's no point in wasting all that money. Then also with your meal plan, it's not really part of your meal plan, but there's something called RAM bucks, and basically that's just cash. It's basically the same thing as dining dollars, but RAM bucks is money that you put on your VCU card yourself. So the good thing is that your VCU card could be a debit card that you can use anywhere. You can go to Target and use your VCU ID and get whatever you want. So if you put RAM bucks on your card, you can use that anywhere, literally anywhere, Target, Walmart, the mall, or you can use that money to pay for printing and other expenses like that. So RAM bucks is basically cash that you load onto your card, and then swipes and dining dollars come with your meal plan. So I hope that makes sense. It will definitely make sense when y'all use the app. Okay. Now, the whole thing about what did I mean about your major is not guaranteed, whatever. There is no reason to be scared, okay? I guess I didn't explain it well because y'all was freaking out, low-key. Y'all was freaking out. So for me, I'm a business major, okay? When I applied to VCU, I applied as business management. When I got my acceptance letter, it said that I've been accepted as a business foundation student. And basically what that means is that business majors at VCU, they don't start their major until junior year. So basically what you're doing your freshman and sophomore year, the school wants you to do all these, like, they're not prerequisites, but they want you to take these like intro level courses to make sure you really want to do business. Because once you actually get admitted into the school, they don't really want people dropping out because that just doesn't look good on them. They don't want people changing their major, and they're trying to help you from like changing your major. Because if you applied as accounting and then you realize junior year you don't want to do accounting, you could have saved yourself from wasting all those years doing a bunch of classes that you don't want to do and end up staying in college longer if you had been a business foundation student and you take all these like entry-level courses just to test the waters, okay? Test the waters. So basically, when it comes to being a business foundation student, you take all your gen eds that I mentioned in the other video, your math, your English courses, your science course, arts course, everything like that. You take all those, okay? Then to fill up the rest of your freshman year and the rest of your sophomore year, you take business courses, intro business courses. So there's a course called Winning Presentations, and basically that's all you only present in that class, and that helps you with public speaking, because if you're a business major, you're giving presentations to a CEO or to an employer or something like that. You're going to need to know how to speak to them, you feel me? So you take a class like that. You take economics, macro, micro. You take accounting 1, accounting 2, business stat, all that stuff. And then you also have space to take business electives. So you can take a marketing course, you take a management course, and those business electives that you take can help you decide. Like if I applied as a business management major and I take an elective and I take a marketing class, and I'm like, wow, I really like marketing, I'm gonna switch to marketing. So I can switch my intended major to marketing before I even start. That way junior year, once I start my actual major, I right off the bat start with marketing instead of starting with management and then later switching. So it's really to prevent you guys from like switching your major as much and give you like a taste of what you really want to do before you start, instead of you starting and then realizing you don't want to do that and then changing later on. So it's kind of like to help us out. Some of the requirements, you take all those classes that I mentioned, and then you need to have at least a 2.5 GPA. In all the classes that I mentioned, you need to have at least a C or better. No, not a C or better. Yeah, you need to have at least a C or better. Most of the classes. Some of the classes you can have a D or better as long as you pass it, but most of them you need a C or better. And then you need to complete all those classes I said in your first 2 years. And you need to have a minimum of 59 to 60 credits, which you're going to get anyways, because after 2 years, you should have 60 credits in college courses already. So there's literally nothing to worry about. The only way you wouldn't get into the School of Business is like if it's your last semester before you declare. So I came in fall 2018. I need to declare my major after, after this semester. So spring 2020, they gave me 2 years. If someone was taking a class this semester and they didn't pass it with the grade that they needed, then they wouldn't be able to get into the business school because they want you to have that certain course under your belt before they accept you. So what you will have to do is that you will have to apply for an extension and be like, oh, can I please get more time? I'm going to retake this class over the summer and I'm going to pass it. And then after I pass it, I can get admitted, and they'll say, okay. Or sometimes people just end up changing their major because the School of Business is not going to let you in if you do not have the requirements. They want you to have those requirements. They want you to have those things under your belt before they admit you. So that's what I meant by like your major is not given. I'm about to show y'all right here. Oh, frick. Can y'all see? Can y'all see that right there? I hope y'all can see it. I hope it's not blurry. But if you see under degree, it says not applicable. That means my major is not declared, but it had also said my concentration is management. So after this semester, my advisor is going to send me an email saying, congratulations, you have been admitted into the School of Business. The same thing goes with like theater. So if you're like a theater major, my friend's a theater major, and basically she applied to VCU as a senior in high school. She got her admission letter like everybody else. Oh, you got into VCU, into the School of Arts. Cool. Her sophomore year, she has to reapply to her major. And I feel like, I don't know why they do that, but I feel like they do that because it's like, okay, you've been in this major for 2 years, you learned all this material. Have you improved since your high school audition? So you re-audition. If you get in again, then you get your bachelor's of fine arts. If you don't get in your second audition, then you just get a bachelor's of arts. That's literally the difference. If you get your bachelor in fine arts, then you like do like the real, like more in-depth classes compared to the people who just get a bachelor's of arts. So there's that. But you're still in the program like regardless. And then it's just the name of your degree that changes. But I don't really know the difference. So if you're an arts major and you know the difference, then like I guess that would mean something to you. For all the other arts majors like film, fashion design, and things like that, freshman year you get in, but then freshman year I hear that you have to do a portfolio and then you pick your top 3 choices. So if film was my first choice, interior design was my second, and what's another major that they have? Sculpture was my third. If I do my portfolio and they're like, oh, okay, I feel like this person would do better in interior designing because they did like that picture that they did or whatever display that they did is fantastic, and I feel like they're just going to prosper more, then that means I got my second choice. They admit me into my second choice because they feel like that would be better for me. They see something in me that I don't see. Even though I wanted to do photo and film as my first choice, I got interior design type thing. Some people are lucky, they get their photo choice, so I would have gotten photo and film. And some people are not as lucky and they get their third choice, so that would have been sculpture if I was like applying. This is just an example, okay? It's like that. If you're a nursing major, now here's the thing. This is the whole like not getting to your major and that thing not being secured really applies to the medical majors, okay? It really applies to y'all, because if you're a nursing major and you do not get in your freshman year when you reapply to the nursing program, because I think y'all apply as pre-nursing and then you apply into the nursing program. If you do not get in, that's that. Like you're a year behind. You have to wait until the following fall of next year to apply again. So what people do, they tend to take, I don't know what they do, take their gen eds and everything like that. I don't know what classes they be taking, but they be taking some classes. And then they reapply next year, and some of them get lucky and get in on their second try. But that means you graduate in 5 years unless you do like summer classes or whatnot. You graduate in 4. I know someone who didn't get in their first time and they got in their second time. And then some people, they don't get in their second time either. And some people stay and they try a third time. Some people decide to transfer because other schools, like I think like ODU, it's easier to get in. Like VCU, to get into their medical program is hard. Like we literally have a whole campus dedicated to them. So it's like harder to get into the program at VCU. So people tend to transfer if they don't get in the first time because it's easier to get into that program at another school. So it usually applies to that. If you're like clinical lab sciences and things like that, you have to reapply to the major. And if you get in, then you can start off right away and things like that. That's just how it is. And then if you're like a psychology major, where I showed you, where it says degree and it said not applicable for me. I think it's blurry, but y'all get the gist. If I was a psychology major, it would say declared. Because when I applied as a senior in high school, and if I applied as psychology and it says I got into VCU, as soon as I start my first semester of college, I'm starting in my major. Business majors, y'all do not start your major until junior year. Okay, that's why I say college can be 2 years, because why am I wasting 2 years if I'm going to start junior year? If you're a psychology major, you literally start your first semester of freshman year. That's why psychology majors tend to finish in 3 years, because one, y'all don't even have a lot of credits, and y'all start right off the bat. If you're an engineering major, y'all start freshman year, first semester. Straight like that, because the engineering major at VCU is very competitive, and I hear it's very difficult. And sometimes they plan out a 5-year track. Like it's that hard that they don't even put you on a 4-year track. They put you on 5, but people do it in 4. Okay, so there's that. So that's literally what I mean. It's kind of like in high school. In order to graduate high school, y'all need to take 4 years of English, 3 years of math, health, and economics. In a foreign language, 2 years of a foreign language. You have to meet all those requirements before you graduate high school. That's the same thing when it comes to the School of Business. You have to take all these classes before you get in. But it's like a guarantee that you're going to get in as long as you keep your GPA steady and you take all the classes, which there's no way you wouldn't take all the classes, because those are the only classes y'all can take your first 2 years. I hope I explained that better. It's kind of hard to really explain unless you're like going through it. It's like it's nothing to stress about. Like I'm not stressing about it. So there's that. Something I should mention is that we do have weed out classes. So like if you're like a medical major and you have to take biology, intro to biology, whatever they call it, bio 101, whatever, they be making that class mad hard for the simple reason is that some people will go there the first week and drop it. Mad people will drop the class. Some people will go through the class and then withdraw from the class. And then some people go through the class and finish it. Usually they make the class mad hard because they want to weed out all the people who are not serious. Because if you're that quick to drop the class in the first week and y'all haven't even started, then it's like, okay, that saved the university time. Because they don't want people to get into the program and then start dropping. Because it will be like, why is it that all these people are dropping your class? Like, is it the teacher? Is it the way that you're teaching? Is it the material? Or is it the course itself? Like, they be looking at all these numbers. So they purposely make these classes mad hard to see who's going to stick around and weed out all the people who are not serious about doing it. That's another thing. So when you hear a weed out class, it's mad hard for a reason. Like, they purposely made it mad hard. So yeah, that's basically all. Meal plan and how to secure your major. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I explained it well for you guys. If you guys have any college content, like literally any college content that you want me to talk about, like what dorm life is really like, things of that nature, make sure to comment down below. Okay? And if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your homies. You already know the drill. And turn your post notifications so you know every single time I post. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Okay? Be easy, gang.
I know you ain't hot demand. I'm ballin' on the pussy nigga like you want a man. I'm drowning all inside the pussy like I never swam. Hey, fuck your IG, I put something on your sonogram.